व्यूवर्स, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। उम्मीद करती हूँ आप सब खैरियत से होंगे। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है ऑक्सीमोरॉन। व्हाट इज ऑक्सीमोरॉन? ऑक्सीमोरॉन क्या है? दिस इज अ ग्रीक वर्ड विच मीन pointedly foolish. It is a common device closely related to antithesis and paradox, especially in poetry, and is of considerable antiquity. There are many splendid instances in English poetry. It was particularly popular in the late 16th century and during the 17th. It implies the association of two words or phrases to mean the opposite of what is said. It is a figure of speech which combine incoherent and apparently contradictory words and meanings for a special effect. As in Lamb's celebratory remark, I like a smuggler, he is only honest thief. The famous example occurs in Romeo and Juliet when Romeo jests about love. He has much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, O braving love, O loving hate, O anything of nothing first create, O heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen choose of well-seeming form. Other well-known examples are Milton's description of hell in Paradise Lost. No light but rather darkness visible. And Pope's reference to man in essay or on man. Goldsmith has some striking ones in the desert village where grey-bearded mirth and smiling toil retired, the toiling players skinnes into pain. A particularly well-known example comes in Tennyson's and Ilion, almost as well known, and this line in Frederick Thompson's The Hound of Heaven. Probably the most famous instance of sustained oxymoron is S.T. Thomas Waite's version of Petrarca in 13 fourth sonnet with begun. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट हमारा पॉइंट है प्रिसोनिफिकेशन। प्रिसोनिफिकेशन क्या होता है? इट इज अ स्पेशल metaphor. Personification is inherent in many languages through the use of genders, and it appears to be very frequent in all literature, especially in poetry. It is the impersonations or embodiment of some quality or abstractions, the attribute of human qualities to intimate objects. Personification is the term used in literature to name the figure of speech which involve directly speaking of any inanimate object or to abstract concept as if it were a living entity, often one with specifically human attributes to giving an animal or object human characteristics. These attributes may include sensations, emotions, desire, physical gestures and expressions, and power of speech, among others. As a figure of speech, it has a very long history. Its Greek name is prosopopia. Common examples include the pencil flew out of my hand, the tree jumped into the road in front of my car, and with an evil squall, the storm called thundered its disapproval. Personification is widely used in poetry and in other art forms. Personification treatment to intimate object is very similar to the figure of speech called the Patrick fallacy. The key difference is that personification is direct or explicit in the expressions of life and sentence to the thing in question, whereas the Patrick fallacy is much broader and more elusive. Another related rhetorical device is as epistrophe, figure of speech. This entails not speaking about but speaking to a personified entity or an absent person. All these tropes should be understood as separate from an anthropomorphism, which ascribes human attributes to any non-human entities, in particular to animals and other structure. This example is from Chevry's Pass, the Moon and the Yew Tree. तो ये इसकी एग्जाम्पल है. द मून इज नो डोर, इट इज अ फेस इन इट्स आउटराइट, वाइट एज द न्यूकल्स एंड terribly upset. It drags the sea after it like dark crime, it is quiet. तो ये था हमारे पास प्रिसोनिफिकेशन। सिंपली ये होता है प्रिसोनिफिकेशन, नॉन ह्यूमन जो होते हैं ना इंसानों की जो खूबियां उनको जानवरों के साथ तशबीह देना, ये प्रिसोनिफिकेशन होता है। तो ये था हमारा आज का टॉपिक। उम्मीद करती हूँ कि आपको आज की वीडियो पसंद आई है। पसंद आए तो वीडियो को लाइक कीजिएगा, शेयर कीजिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा। थैंक यू।